promotion of this fight, a little more subdued, a little more laid back, not engaging in the trash talking we've seen in the past. What's your assessment of that behavior?
I think both fighters respect each other, and Floyd is aware of how big this event is, and he is conducting himself accordingly. Floyd, a lot of his trash talking has been done to sell tickets and to hype up the event, which he's a master at. Obviously, this event doesn't need that. So Floyd is, generally a nice guy. The 10 years or so he was with us, I had no problems with him. He always showed up on time, and he's a nice fellow. So I think this is the real Floyd Mayweather that you're seeing now, and the loudmouth guy shooting his mouth off, that was, I think, for show.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. So I started with that clip from Bob Arum from Pacquiao's Media Day, and I want to talk about the subject of Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, obviously the biggest fight in boxing. Why Floyd Mayweather is not trash talking, or has not been so far to this point leading up to the fight, right? And if you listen to what Bob Arum says, this is what I've been telling people. Now, before I get into my diatribe of what I think and my personal feelings, my channel in this video, this is a quick disclaimer. This is for boxing fans. If you're a frigid lunatic and you're an extremist on either side, Floyd Mayweather or Pacquiao side, then that's fine. Leave me the fuck out of it. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? This is a business. This is a brand. I don't have time to babysit y'all. So a lot of people want to mention me and stuff. Oh, trust me, save it, because you will get blocked. I don't have time to be babysitting. Again, this video is my thoughts on a certain situation, and I think Bob Arum hit the nail on the head, and I've been telling people this. A lot of people get into this extremist situation. Fact of the matter is this: whether you like Pacquiao, whether you like Floyd Mayweather, they are both great fighters, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into this, oh, this guy's a bum, he's a you know what I mean? Like, they all have their shortcomings and things they do right and wrong, etc. We already know this. But they're both good fighters at the end of the day. You can't just be some bum off the street and beat them. You know what I mean? Especially at this point in their careers. So what Bob Arum says, I think he hit the nail on the head. And I'm actually very proud and impressed with Bob Arum, how he's conducting himself. And people don't understand the business of boxing. Business, you have a brand, you have an image. It was fashionable when the fight wasn't getting made for both parties to just go at each other's throats and pull no punches. But Bob Arum, being in the business since the 60s, is literally a true businessman. At the point in time where, like I said, the fight wasn't getting made, of course, he was doing thousands of interviews and he was talking shit about Floyd Mayweather, and you were hearing Floyd's team talk shit about Pacquiao's team. But I really think what he said is what I've been saying all along. There's no need for that in this fight. This fight sells itself, just like they didn't have a press tour, because the fight sells itself. And a lot of people want to play this like good versus evil, this good, bad David Goliath bullshit with the two fighters, and everyone's taking sides. And you know me, it's boxing, it makes it fun. But people do it to a degree where it doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? People are acting like Floyd's this fucking demon because of whatever his past. He hit a woman or allegedly hit a woman. Like, other people haven't made mistakes. Like Pacquiao didn't do this or that in his marriage, or, you know what I mean? They're human, and you guys got to stop putting these fighters on pedestals to begin with. They make mistakes, they commit sins, they mess up, they repent just like anybody else. They're humans. You know what I mean? No one's really above that. And none of us are God to be able to judge everything that someone's doing and condemn one person. A lot of you are motherfucking hypocrites. Y'all get in situations and you've done worse. You probably killed somebody, but, oh, Floyd's a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? Or Pacquiao cheated, but you did worse. You cheated on your pregnant wife or something crazy. So what I'm saying with Bob Arum, I agree with him. I think this fight is self-promoted. The promotion was the last 5 years, people talking about it, and Bob Arum being a true businessman. Floyd Mayweather being very business savvy himself. He knows the business, and a lot of people aren't going to like this or give him any type of credit because you guys hate Mayweather or whatever the situation is. But The dude knows how to get under people's skin. He knows how to market himself, and that's why he's the highest paid. Because if you look at it, out of all of the styles in boxing, a lot of people complain and say, "Oh, he's boring." Yet, why is he the highest paid athlete? It's not just because he's undefeated. Keith Thurman's undefeated, but he's not the highest paid athlete. He's nowhere near the top in terms of Keith Thurman. It's because Mayweather is a master business person. He knows how to rile people up. He knows how to get under people's skin, including the fighters. He is a master at psychological warfare. We've seen it time and time again. Before the fight even starts, he knows how to do little things to piss off the public. He did it leading up to this fight for the last 5 years. The media would ask him a direct question. Is Pacquiao next? I never said that. And then there's a tape of him saying that Pacquiao could get next. You know what I'm saying? Floyd is a manipulator. He's a master at playing these mind games. He wants to always be in control. And it's funny how some people obsess over Floyd, yet they haven't even figured out his patterns, what makes him tick. I could tell you because I study boxing. I study boxers. I see how people move. I have enough data to collect to be able to tell you observations. That's why when I do fight predictions, a lot of them are pretty close to accurate. A lot of the things that I say because I study the game. With Floyd Mayweather, he has a Napoleon complex. Have you noticed, like Pacquiao's media day, the minute they started streaming, Pacquiao was ready in the ring. That's Pacquiao's. That's how he is as a person. You know what I mean? Punctual, people's champ kind of person. But then you got Mayweather. He's like, fuck them, make these motherfuckers wait. We had for Floyd's media day, he had motherfuckers waiting for 2 hours or some shit, and then he showed up and getting his hands wrapped. And then we gotta wait for that. Then he works out, and then it's over. You know what I'm saying? Floyd likes to be in control. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just an insecurity, or maybe his confidence is to cover some insecurity. There's a lot of psychological things. But I do know Floyd has a Napoleon complex, and he likes to be the one in charge. That's why you hear all these crazy stories. Floyd Mayweather called a dealer at 3 a.m. talking about, I need the illest fucking Ferrari Enzo, or you know what I'm saying, that you have at my doorstep in 12 hours. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you take another upper class person with money, they'll probably not do that. You know what I mean? They'll probably set up an appointment with the Ferrari dealer or go there during business hours. They're not going to call some motherfucking body at 3 a.m. talking about, yeah, give me a Ferrari. If you want to make this sale, give me a Ferrari in 12 hours, or drive it to my house right now, and all kinds of crazy shit. Or Floyd's chef. Floyd's chef is on call 24/7. Yeah, I want some bacon and eggs. Can you come over at 3:15 in the morning and hit me up with that? You know what I mean? Floyd likes to do these random things. He's the A side. He wants everyone to know and stuff like that. So back to the trash talking. That's part of his game plan. I don't think Floyd as a person, not saying he's never done anything right or wrong. I'm talking about as a human, like in terms of inhumane. I know people on his team. They've all said he takes care of his team, shows them love. He doesn't drink alcohol, but he buys the bar out for them and spends $2,500 on alcohol only, even though he's not drinking a sip of it. He takes care of his inner circle. He takes care of his kids, and you know what I mean, tries to, you know what I mean, rent out Disneyland or movie theaters or whatever, just different things like that. So I really don't think Floyd is as menacing as some people try to make him out to be. Like, he paid for the funerals of a lot of fallen soldiers in the boxing game, different stuff like that. So I really agree with Bob Arum. I think the reason you're not hearing as much trash talking is because Floyd knows what type of opponent he's up against in Manny Pacquiao. And there's really no time to talk, and there's really no need to talk. The only ones talking is Floyd Sr. and Freddie Roach. You know what I mean? Those are the only people that I really heard. But you look at the people who are business savvy, Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather Jr., they're not saying anything. At the presser, the one and only presser in March, Bob Arum was super respectful at the podium. He didn't say one thing. He was like, oh, Floyd Sr., or don't you miss me, Floyd? He was joking with them, being cool. Bob Arum is a businessman. Whether you like him or hate him, he's a businessman. He knows the business. At the point in time when the fight wasn't getting made, it made sense to attack the enemy, use your fighter and put him on a pedestal to make it like, oh, Floyd is the devil and my fighter is this saint and the people's champ and stuff. But now they're all making a shit ton of money. Bob Arum is paid. He's getting paid off of this. He's getting a cut of this. He's happy. He don't, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The fight came into fruition and it is what it is. Same thing with Floyd. Floyd's getting paid. I think he's just honing in and focused. There's no need to talk shit. When he talked shit about Oscar De La Hoya, he was the underdog in that fight. So he was building excitement. It was a 24/7. When he was talking shit about Shane Mosley, that's because Mosley was off of an impressive win over Margarito, but he was the A side and he was, you know what I mean? He was selling the fight. Same thing with Ricky Hatton. That was actually one of the best 24/7s and build-ups in history. You know what I mean? That fight had an awesome build-up. Ricky Hatton, the 24/7 series and whatever, and the press tour and the, like, Floyd was getting into it with the people in the UK, flipping the crowd off, stuff like that. But in this fight with Pacquiao, he knows people view Pacquiao as the saint, the people's champion. He knows what type of opposition this. This is not a slow plodding guy that can't go past the 6th round and, you know what I mean, has no stamina. So again, in my opinion, Floyd is very smart inside and outside the ring. Motherfuckers always talk this shit like, oh, he can't read. And, you know what I mean? They just think, I guess because he's illiterate, can't read, that he's dumb. He's very business savvy. He grew up in the business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he learned a lot of tricks. And he has a bunch of tycoon buddies. And he's been around 50 Cent when 50 Cent was really popping. And he's been around money and been around these types of people. So I think he hustles and he knows how to get in where he fits in. So knowing the public's perception of Pacquiao and how they view him, he would he's already the villain. He doesn't need to diss Pacquiao. I think he's just focusing on the fight at hand and trying to get business taken care of on May 2nd. So I agree wholeheartedly with Bob Arum. That is the reason Floyd Mayweather hasn't tried to trash talk, because there's really no reason. The fight is self-sufficient. It's selling itself. It's on autopilot as far as I'm concerned. Same thing with Bob Arum. He doesn't have to badmouth Floyd Mayweather at this point. The fight's already made. He's making a shit ton of money. He has other fights going on like Terrence Crawford and Thomas Delorme and stuff like that. So he's cool. He's kicked back. He's chilling. He's doing what a businessman does. And that's adapt to the situation. The only people that really aren't doing that is Freddie Roach mainly. And Floyd Sr. has been jumping on. So I don't know how much of that is because of Freddie Roach, but they're both kind of going back and forth in interviews and in different videos you can catch on the internet talking shit about the other camps. But I agree, man. There's really no reason to even talk. What's done is going to be done in May 2nd. That's why a lot of you guys leave comments and stuff, and that's fine. It's good conversation, but there's no real reason to talk. And I really agree with Bob Arum. Like, Floyd sells fights. That's basically what it is. He's a showman. He sells fights. I don't think he generally hates. You could even tell. This is another example, because I know my shit. You could tell Floyd will talk about people with the utmost disrespect before the fight. Like, he'll trash talk, like Shane Mosley. After the fight and everything else, he never talks the same way. Like, if you watch his post fights, and tell me I'm wrong, Arturo Gatti, he talked the most shit about Arturo Gatti. He talked shit about Shane Mosley. He talked about Canelo. He was like, the Notre Dame mascot, Chucky. And he was talking all this shit about Canelo and Cinnamon. After the fight, in future interviews and stuff, he was like, Canelo, he's a hell of a champion. He's going to be the future of boxing after I leave. Because he respects these people. And again, I think a lot of people want to paint him out as this monger of hate and he's super villain. But I think he's really just a savvy businessman and he's a showman. Not saying he's not a dick at times or whatever dumb shit y'all be talking about. But I think ultimately he sells fights. It's just like wrestling. It's the wrestling approach, the WWE model. I remember I used to watch wrestlers, and then let's say there's a wrestler that was a quote-unquote good guy. And all of a sudden, he'll double-cross his tag team partner and join sides with another side. I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? And people get all mad at that person. And then all of a sudden, Hulk Hogan's a bad guy. Like, damn, he was a good guy all this time. Now I hate him. He's part of NWO. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the wrestling WWF, WWE model where you got fighters playing the villain and stuff like that. Did I think Hulk Hogan was truthfully a horrible, crude person that would, like, you know what I mean, sucker punch somebody. No, because it's entertainment. You know what I mean? It's to sell tickets. It's to get people riled up. And that's exactly, in my opinion, what Floyd Mayweather does. But there's really no reason to do that in this particular fight. The promotion is the last 5 years. That's why they're doing shitty, you know what I mean? They're not going city to city doing a press tour. There's no time to waste. The fight was made like kind of haphazardly, and it is what it is. So that's my honest thoughts. And I agree. Bob Arum pretty much just said the same thing. He said Floyd was a nice guy. He was a nice kid. So it's like the truth comes out now that he has nothing to lose, you know what I'm saying, from Bob Arum. So much respect to Bob Arum for being level-headed. Now that the fight's made, there's really no reason to. That's why I don't understand why Freddie Roach is going hard. There's really no reason to, because everything you say, you could say it once, and it's your obligation to prove it May 2nd. Same thing with Floyd Sr. Like, it's redundant to keep talking. The fight's 3 weeks away, 18 days away, 16 days, whatever it is. There's no point to even talk. So agree with Bob Arum. That's why Floyd is not trash talking in this particular promotion. It's not needed. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like my video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.